"A toast," she said, lifting her glass with a smile sharpened like a blade. "To the loser who signs the checks," she continued, eyes never leaving mine, "but will never be my real dad." Laughter rippled around the table. Crystal chimed. Someone coughed. I felt the room tilt, just slightly, like a ship correcting its course before a storm. 17 years. I counted them the way a man counts steps to the gallows. I didn't look at her. I looked at the condensation sliding down my glass. I placed a single brass key on the white linen, carefully, deliberately. Beside it, a folded note. Her grandfather noticed first. He froze mid-breath, picked up the note. Read it once, then again. The color drained from his face as if someone had pulled a plug. "Sarah," he whispered, voice brittle. "Tell me you didn't." I had always known there was a line I was never allowed to cross. Not out loud. Not acknowledged. I was the man who paid for orthodontics and college applications. The man who stayed up with fevers. The man whose name was missing from birth. Certificates but present on every receipt. They called me stable, reliable, a good man. Her mother had said it with a smile that never reached her eyes. It started months earlier. A look passed between them. Sarah and her mother, too quick, too practiced. A silence that arrived a second too late when I entered rooms. I told myself I was imagining it. Men like me always do. We think loyalty can be earned retroactively. Then I found the emails. Not love letters. Worse, logistics. Wire transfers. Dates. Legal language disguised as affection. A trust, established before I ever entered their lives. Her biological father hadn't vanished. He'd invested. Every birthday gift I'd wrapped had been reimbursed. Every tuition payment matched dollar for dollar. I wasn't a husband, I was a firewall. I didn't confront them. I became quieter. I watched Sarah rehearse disdain like a performance she'd been promised applause for. I watched her mother flinch when I asked harmless questions. At night, I ran numbers, cross-referenced dates, pulled public records with the patience of a man, sharpening a blade he might never use. DNA tests confirmed what paperwork already had. Not my blood, not my name. 17 years of curated generosity. A role written for me by people who knew exactly how much I was worth. I smiled more. Paid faster. Let them underestimate the silence. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday. Cream paper, old money texture. Inside, proof. Not just of paternity, but of intent. The trust's contingency clause activated at my death or divorce, provided I never discovered the truth. They had planned for me to age out quietly. A pension delusion. I folded the papers neatly, placed them in the safe, and made one phone call to her grandfather. He listened without interruption. That alone told me everything. The dinner was his idea. A celebration, he said. Family. Sarah wore confidence like perfume. She thought cruelty was courage. When she raised her glass, I understood. This was her victory lap. So I slid the key forward. It was to a safety deposit box, in her grandfather's bank. In his name. The note explained what it contained. The trust documents, the reimbursement records, the clause voided by disclosure, and my resignation from everything. Her grandfather's hands trembled. He looked at his daughter, at his granddaughter, at me. "You used him," he said softly. Not a question. Sarah laughed. Until she didn't. I stood. "I signed the checks," I said calmly. "I also signed the exit." No shouting. No tears. Her mother reached for me too late. Her touch felt like a stranger's. I walked out while they argued behind me, while the illusion collapsed under the weight of daylight. Outside, the night air was clean, unimpressed by human betrayal. 17 years taught me many things. Patience, precision, and this. Love doesn't make you weak. Belief does. I never looked back.